JayCast.
3, 2, 1, go.
JayCast.
Yes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to JayCast, where there's games, guests, and two guys with big headphones. You haven't heard that in a long time, have you? To Yeti and to the rest of the audience here, welcome back to the Season 2 reboot of JayCast, alongside with my good buddy, Yeti Hyrule. This is his face. If you have never seen him before, this is Yeti Hyrule, who was my co-host, who still is my co-host, I guess I can say now. So, there's no reason for you to Usain Bolt right now, so don't worry about that. How are you today, Yedison Hyrule? Ian?
Not as excited as you are, apparently.
I just like to sound excited, because I'm still probably really tired from work, so... But we had to get this done, because I was like... You actually have a legitimate schedule now, and we can actually plan things again. So, that's good. And also, I learned a few editing tricks for JayCast so that things don't suck in the future. Mainly being that we're not going to do this live anymore, because being live is stupid. So we're going to do this quietly in our basements, respectively. Not with any involvement of chloroform or anything strange of that nature. We're going to be doing this in the comfort of our home. Okay, I'm done. Yeah. You didn't hear what I just said. So anyway, welcome to today's podcast, guys. Since we've been gone for so long, there's been so many different topics and everything that have happened. I'm sure that you guys remember seeing, I had an episode 28, special edition of JayCast, where I talked about when Satoru Iwata, unfortunately, had passed away. And that was definitely a sad thing. And I had to do it by myself because apparently Yadi was busy. I mean, had something about a life. Something about...
know you were doing that.
No, I didn't actually. I don't think I even texted you that. I was like, just going to do it. I'm just going to, do it! Anyway. Yeah. So, yeah, it just kind of popped in my head. I figured it'd be a fun idea, too. Anyway, so this is the actual Season 2 reboot. We'll be back for a couple of weeks until we find out what's going on with Yeti Hyrule. And then once he does that, I'll have an open call for the next person to be my co-host. And then I got to figure out how I'm going to make fun of them as much as I do with Yeti Hyrule. So,
You're just going to kick me to the curb.
Well, I mean, you're serving the Navy. You're serving our country. You're serving America. I mean, I can't really... I mean, I could keep your spot if you want to, but it's really boring talking to myself. Like, I could, do a pre-recording of myself talking, and then I could do another one that's, responding to all the questions that I did earlier. That would
take so long.
And that would be really creepy as well, because I would put... the first version would be the normal me, which is, my typical spiked-up hair and big headphones and that stuff. And the other person, I'm thinking, is going to have a blonde wig, and they're going to wear glasses, and they will always talk like this all the time. So that will
Don't do that.
that's gonna happen in the event that I can't find a co-host. So make sure that if you are interested in being a co-host, it's not yet. Don't worry, it's got a couple weeks. So anyway, welcome back to today's podcast. We have games, guests typically, and two guys with big headphones. And I see that we're still continuing that trend, Mr. Yeti Hyrule.
Yeah.
You still got your classic ones that I feel like I would see in my basement in 1987. Even though I'm pretty sure they're probably...
These are pretty good headphones. They're Steel Series.
I know. I'm just messing with you. Just from how I looked at them, I'm serious. Do you want... if you talk to the audience for a second, I could maybe go find my old headphones that, look like yours. From 1987.
If I could talk to the audience for a second?
Yes. Can you just, rouse them with a story about what your life's been like the last few weeks, and I'll go find those headphones?
Sure.
Okay. I'll be right back. Be a good boy while I'm gone. Don't worry. This is totally normal.
I guess this is where I talk. Well. Damn. So I stopped doing podcasts, and then I went to join the Navy, but they made me do a bunch of medical stuff, and then I got hired at Target, and then I got fired, and now I work at an airport. And I have a badge that's worth $11,000 if I lose it, and fines, security stuff, blah, blah, blah. I'm not talking for long enough. I don't know what else to say. Hurry up, Jay. I can't do this alone. There's too many people watching.
You're doing good, Yeti. It's tangled on a bunch of cords.
I don't know if he can hear me or not because that was uncanny.
I'm working on it.
Can you hear me? No, he can't hear me. Anyway, you see my master sword back there. It is a master sword. It's pretty amazing. I have this. Oh, I caught it.
I found it. Hold on. I gotta put everything that
talking
I just put there back.
things, saying stuff.
Okay, working on it.
I moved into my new apartment, which is this. That's my #1 fan back there. Right there.
Okay. I found them. And they legitimately look like as if they're from the 80s. I'm serious about that. You probably can't see them at all, can you?
Nope.
Okay, hold on. I can't really hear you through the headphones I have right now, so hold on. I'm gonna try to use my other webcam to speak to you. Hold on.
That's trying to communicate.
Nope. I can't communicate through that way. Hold on. Nope, I can't do that without turning off this podcast. Well, anyway, you'll see it on post. This is my headphones from the 1980s. These are legitimately never been used, and also they have the original freaking huge stereo jack thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, like that you plug an electric guitar in with?
Yep.
Don't we have like topics or something to do?
Yes, we do. So let's stop talking about in the 80s, because they're stupid. You know what? We're all about the 90s kids on this podcast, so yeah, that's a thing. Anyway, enough being dilly-dallies and nincompoops and nitwits and other things that rhyme with M&M, whatever.
I'm not any of those things.
Okay. Whatever you think. So, let's get started. We, no more sappy poo, as I put in my JayCast notes. Let's do this. Alright, so, are you ready for today's topics, Yeti? Let's get them briefed out here. So, first thing to talk about here is PS4 truly winning the console war after July sales show PS4 winning by a pretty fair margin. We'll debate about that pretty soon here in a second. In addition to a titanium ring is which can be used to change and revolutionize the way gamers play video games. So, as they say in regular slang nowadays, if you like it, you should have put a ring on it. You saw the notes I had. And also, Fallout 4 gameplay leaked on Pornhub, and that must have really thrown off someone under their search for big butts in tights. We'll talk about that also later on, too. So, if you are interested in Pornhub topics, we also have that today, too. So, we got everything.
Everything from video games to jewelry to porn.
We're every man and woman's dream right now. Everyone.
Everyone.
Even you, Johnny. Whatever. So, first thing we were talking about here. PS4 outsells Xbox One for the month of July. This is coinciding to being their third straight month that they've done this. But also realize that the last time that the Xbox One even led the PS4 was all the way back in April. And yeah, so it's been a long time for the Xbox. And in majority so far, the PS4 has outsold the most copies so far. So, does that mean that we are officially seeing the PS4 being the winner of the console wars? Or is this just being, you know, typical sales numbers because PS4 started out stronger?
Well, we all know that the Wii U isn't winning the console wars.
We all know that for sure. They just sold like their 3rd millionth copy recently, so
But
they're
honestly,
behind.
I don't know much about this topic, although I do think PS4 is much better than Xbox One, because it's just almost everything about it is better. The Wi-Fi connection is now a lot better because of you have to pay for PlayStation Plus to use online.
Mm-hmm.
The graphics are not too much better, but they're still better. Plus, the frame rate for PS4s, I believe, caps out at 60 frames per second, and I think the Xbox One still caps out around like 30 or 40.
It depends on which game you do, obviously. You know, certain ones are optimized much better than others. Well, and
a lot of games on Xbox One, or a lot of games on PS4 are optimized much better than they are for their Xbox One counterparts.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Well, I'll talk about it like this. So the PS4 is better by hardware specs. I've actually had there's an article I read that it compares like the two of them together, you know, side by side. This is what this processor, this is what this processor is, graphics card, amount of memory, you know, and just goes on the list of like every single spec behind it. And if you look at I think it's the processor and the graphics receivers, that you'll notice that there's a bumped increase. You know, I think it's by several megabytes. It's not significant, but it's a noticeable difference for the PS4. So hardware-wise, yes, the PS4 is better. Obviously, the gaming experience can be contingent on the person. If the person got, you know, brainwashed from the last, you know, couple of years from the Xbox 360, they stay with the Xbox family. But, you know, the PS4 is the PS4, and it is better. I agree with you. I think it's much nicer than, you know, any good old stupid Xbox One. Yeah, it's made fun of you Xbox One people.
Good one. I'm sure it really hurt all the Xbox people.
I'm gonna get like a really mean comment later.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
hey man,
hurts.
that wasn't cool what you said about the stupid Xbox One people. And that's how Jay got fired.
That's how you got fired from your job.
This is my job. No, it's not. I don't get any money out of this yet. Yet. You don't know that. Yet. So anyway, yeah, I don't know. I think in the long run, let's predict the future, Yaddy. With Windows 10 now being currently released, and down the road, the Xbox One will have a mandatory update to go to Windows 10. Do you think that it's going to make a positive impact on Xbox One sales and eventually be able to take over PS4?
I am a little biased with this because I recently tried Windows 10, and I don't know why, for me specifically. A couple of other people I know have had the same problem, but Windows 10 was extremely unresponsive. My taskbar hardly even worked when I clicked on it. Anytime I tried to use something that wasn't Windows, like if I tried to use Skype, my Skype would lock up because it wasn't Windows blank. If Skype was made by Windows, it'd probably be different. So I ended up having to go back to Windows 8. So as for Xbox One having to go to Windows 10 mandatorily, it doesn't really have any bearing on me whatsoever, because the people I live with have an Xbox One, but I almost never play it. Even if it was my Xbox One, there would be no point in fucking bleep that out. I'm
not bleeping, so you just screwed me, so I don't care.
There will be no point in having a mandatory update for Xbox because I don't want Windows 10 on my computer.
Oh, I can't argue that at all. Like I said, and like you, I like what you said, because it depends on the person, you know. Me personally, I freaking love Windows 10. Me running multi-Windows on a tri-monitor system is super clean now. I can, you know, perform tasks. I can go open a calendar here, run my email there, and just, you know, start syncing around data and stuff like that. I can start making plans around things. I can have the social media app activated, which means that, you know, if someone tweets me something, which you should, the real 42 games.
Shameless self-promotion.
Then, you know, then it works for me. I've had very good experiences with it. Like you said, some people had really crappy, you know, experiences, but me personally, and alongside with a few friends of mine, you know, we had good experiences. But that's just me. It's kind of like a Kermit the Frog meme. You know, I sip my tea and I go, but that's none of my business.
I might try it again though, because whenever I downloaded it, it was like I signed up for the free upgrade, and my actual upgrade hadn't been sent to me yet.
Yeah.
So I went in and manually downloaded Windows 10.
So you did what I did then.
Is that what you did?
Yeah, I went in and manually did it. I went into like the frequently asked questions. There's a section of them you can click on and then just go from there. Yeah, my digital copy didn't come in the first day, and me being a technological person, I'm very impatient when it comes to not getting something on the day of release. So I was like, what the heck? I'll just, download it manually.
Maybe I did it wrong or something then, but I
Maybe.
might try it one more time just to download it officially with the one they sent me, because I have that one now. I just haven't clicked on it and updated.
Right. So yeah, I mean, I guess it depends, but anyway, I can't predict the future. You can't predict the future, I don't think. And we'll just play it out from there. But I kind of want to talk about something a little more serious here, Yeti. Should I give you a ring?
Don't even go there.
I can't even commit this joke. All right, fine. So
Yeah,
there's
you
this.
can't commit.
So let me.
Commit
I
to this
can't
joke.
get it. Commit because more than 50% of marriages in the United States ends in divorce. All right then. Anyway, so there's this new technology that's been developed recently. Now, Yadi, you actually told me before that there is a wristband of this specific idea a long time ago. I'll ask about that in a second, but I want to talk about this first. So there's this new technology that's being developed by this company, which is through, I think it's like Platinum Incorporated or something like that. It's some modern cool name. But anyway, so it's called the Talon Ring controller. Using Bluetooth low energy technology and 9-axis motion control sensors, it can connect any smart device, even your phone, and convert user hand gestures to appropriate input for game or application. Let me put this in stupid talk. You put ring on, it put on finger. There's lots of thingies in finger to track motion. You can use phone, tablet, PC, Xbox, PS4, PC again.
You put ring on, ring does electric things.
And then your hand motion do things and does well. There you go. That is my third grade explanation of this technology. So anyway, let me talk more a little about the features. Features 2 action buttons and compatible with games across a variety of genres. One of them they showed was racing was one of them, and sports games was another one. So I thought that was pretty cool. And right now, if you are wondering, no, this does not exist yet and is not funded yet. So later on this month, there is a crowdfunding going down on Indiegogo. That'll be sometime later on this August, no official date, for a goal of $300,000. If your father is rich, please have him give $300,000 to this project. I want to try this. Oh yes, did I mention this too? This is gonna be under $100 to get.
Well, it's going to be around $100.
It's going to be not much more than $100. I'll put it like they said in the article that I read. I'll get technical. But anyway,
up to $100.
Right. So I'm kind of excited about this, Yeti. I don't know if that's just because I like new revolutionary stuff or not, but let me get your input on it. What do you think?
I think it's going to be... I'm not really excited for it. I'm more... like a word that's kind of means warily excited. Like, it's a cool idea, but stuff like this is very hard to create and to make accurate and stuff like that.
Right.
Like, it's connecting it to a phone or a smart TV or something like that would be one thing, but connecting it to a PC or a VR headset or some kind of gaming system and playing video games with it is completely different.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if I knew how it worked, I'd be a little bit more excited about it, because
I've already explained this. This is how it works. You put on ring and ring does things and you do good.
I mean, if I knew how the ring did things.
Oh, okay.
Like, if I knew the technology that was inside of it to allow it to do
Acts
things.
of God.
I know it has 9-axis motion sensors.
If you don't know what that is, by the way, in the inside, let me explain this to the people that don't know this. So on the inside of the ring, there's like these little tiny bumps, and that's what the axes are, or the axes are, excuse me. They'll track it through that motion control right there. So that's what exactly that is. So anyway, later on this month, hit up Indiegogo and you'll see this wonderfully funded idea. So check it out. Seriously, I mean, the Oculus Rift blew out of the water when it first was kickstarted. So maybe this can be the next potential thing in at least administering to a more immersive gaming experience. So
I mean, I'm also wondering how it's going to work with systems. Like,
I know. I think
you can't just. I think the systems and the games themselves have to have some sort of format, because it's very hard to make something like this and just have it just plug and play. Except it's not.
well,
You don't plug it in.
their promise being that this can go from a phone, like if I took my iPhone and I wanted to play, like, I don't know, I'll just make a stupid game up. I wanted to play hill climber racing with a hand. I don't know, and I go from that, and then I go and play like Fallout 4 over on the other side. It's like, how is this gonna recognize that and go, oh yeah, this is totally different from that? Maybe I'm just not the guy that just understands scripting and programming, but I don't think that's that easy to convert it.
Yeah,
that
it's
quickly.
like if you have your phone out and you're playing something on your PS3 or PS4 or whatever, how are you going to use it for one object and not the other at the same time? Or like using computers as an example, if you wanted to use a controller for your computer that I guess isn't an Xbox controller, you have to download all kinds of drivers and you have to make it work. Whereas this is a new technology being put into technologies older than it. So I feel like there has to be something that is put inside of a PS4 or some kind of thing downloaded to be able to be compatible with
has to have installation applications. So I guess we'll see. Maybe it's a hiring job. Maybe you can be the next programmer that can, take over the world and do amazing things with gaming technology.
Do things.
Just do it. Shia LaBeouf. I mean, just do it. I don't know why that's still a thing. I seriously don't.
Because he has a magnificent rat tail.
That was the only thing you got out of that 30-minute video he put up. He has a great rat tail.
He has a great rat tail.
You heard it here, folks. The main reason why Yeti Hyrule is in love with Shia LaBeouf, great rat tail.
Yeti Hyrule, you can't deny that thing is just regal.
I mean, it's better than what my hairstyle looks like. I mean, look at this. It looks as if a homeless man just touched my hair and was like, oh, this is great, homeless. And then there's you, who's got the absence of hair. I think you painted your head today.
Yeah, it's not very
You did spray paint. I think that's what you did. I think you took like a can of spray paint and you just shook it up and then you're just like, good, all good. I think that's what you did.
Or I just filled my toilet full of black ink and just dipped my head into it.
That is also a great idea. Someone put that on Twitter for a life hack. That's a great idea.
Hashtag ink swirly.
Hashtag ink swirly. Oh, man. So anyway, I talked about a second ago, Fallout 4. Yeti, have you ever, I want you to imagine a scenario for a second for me. And this is about to get weird, so just prep yourself.
Are you about to say me watching porn and then me see Fallout 4 and be like,
I'm close to that. I want you to still imagine. I want to go through this. I want to have some fun. So I want you to imagine you're a normal 14-year-old boy sitting on the wonderful world of Pornhub.com.
Or 24-year-old man.
And 24-year-old man. Let's make this more appropriate. There we go. Changing that to 24-year-old for sake of not me dying of lawsuits. So anyway, you're a 24-year-old man and you go on to Pornhub.com, and the first thing that your search result for hidden camera shows audience teased by big butt in tights, and because that's your fetish. And so you're getting ready. You got the sweatpants halfway down. You're looking like as if you could rock a good gangster if you stood up. And all of a sudden you look at this and you realize that it's Fallout 4 leaked gameplay on Pornhub.com. You heard that correctly.
And then I continue.
And then okay. I wasn't gonna go that far, but you know what? Hey, we don't have barriers apparently. So anyway. Yes, I'm being dead serious on that. In the video title, there is hidden camera shows audience teased by big butt in tights. That was the actual name of the video that was posted on Pornhub.com of Fallout 4 gameplay. That was, I think someone said that was at Gamescom, if I remember correctly, and showed like the exclusive footage there. This wasn't supposed to be shown anywhere else. This was supposed to be strictly for like people that went to Gamescom and stuff. So,
yeah, it was one of those behind closed doors presentations that somebody like bootleg filmed.
Yep. Someone, and that's exactly what I was about to say, is that this guy took a freaking camera phone and just like behind people like took a video. He just pulled it up and he was just, it was kind of like when when you see a really hot girl and you want to take a picture of her and you just kind of like, you know, you try to be stealthy about it. It's kind of like that.
Like, you're just like,
yeah, exactly. You do something like that to get your Fallout 4 gameplay and leak it on the internet. Now, let me understand this. Let me explain this first. So, why did it go on Pornhub exactly? Is something that's going to confuse everybody. So,
but it wasn't just Pornhub.
oh no, it was other let me get to it here. So, it was on YouTube, obviously taken down because Bethesda didn't like it. So, file sharing sites all over the internet, Dailymotion and everything like that, shared around there, taken down immediately. Pornhub.com, it was there. Bethesda knows about it, was not taken down because Pornhub said, screw you guys, we can still keep it up here. So,
Well,
yeah.
kind of.
Well, the funny thing is that in technicality, Bethesda can take legal action on Pornhub, but how does that look on you, by the way? You know, you're a video game software company and you're about to take down a porn industry, or not a porn industry, you're going to take down a porn site that has a bunch of tiny filmmakers making...
I don't actually think that would look that bad because, like, taking the nature of the website out of account, they're still, like, they generate a lot of revenue and it's a legitimate business.
Mm-hmm.
So, on a level of CEOs of Bethesda and then CEO of Pornhub, I think it would just merely be a business, like a business discrepancy.
Yeah, that is true. I don't know. I kind of liked what
I think the reason it took so long to take down was just because
it's not
sites
taken
like
down yet.
Pornhub. Oh yeah, it is.
No, it's not porn. No, it's not. It's still on there.
You know what? I'm going there right now.
All right, this is gonna be great. I really badly wish I could show this on camera right now.
That'd stay legal.
I gotta stay on YouTube.
What's the name of the thing?
Hidden camera shows audience teased by big butt in tights. Please do not click the second search result there. I don't know what it is, but I just figured that it's just. I don't want in the middle of a podcast to all of a sudden have Yeti Hyrule watching, you know, that girl shake that thing. I'm trying to stay PG here, guys, but it's not working very well.
Holy shit! It's still there.
I told you they refused to take it down. I just found out about this yesterday.
I thought they took it down.
Nope. That's the thing is Pornhub is staying strong and they want to keep it there. They said yeah, it's independent use and all this other, you know, bull crap that I would probably put if I used someone else's footage. So yeah, it's an underground marketing technique that maybe, you know, like I said, that's what maybe Bethesda might take legal action for it because they haven't taken it down. Maybe they're doing it on purpose and they just, you know, got me to talk about it for the last 10 minutes of my podcast. So who knows? That's probably a likely thing on it too.
Among all of the other copious things I saw trying to find it.
That's why I told you to look only at the first search result, which I hope was that.
You know what? I'm not going to get into it.
Please don't. Please don't. I'd like to stay on YouTube. I really would like to stay on YouTube.
Anyway.
Because my fans do not want me to be taken down because Yeti Hyrule said something about big butts and he could not lie. Because you other brothers can't deny.
Nice to see your sense of humor hasn't changed.
Nope, not at all. But my headphones have. I'm wearing Logitech headphones today instead of my typical Sony studio headphones. My headphones are bigger now. Are you happy that I got bigger?
And you cannot lie.
And I cannot lie. Man.
All you other gamers can't deny.
But yeah, it's crazy that, you know, all of these... I'm serious. Well, I don't know any other sites except YouTube and Dailymotion that this was shared onto, but I guess it's just on like 7 or 8 other file sharing sites and was taken down. It's basically just kind of jumped around hoops into different sites, and it stayed up. It has legitimately stayed up. So it's not like as if it's just, oh yeah, you know, it got taken down, but then someone else put it back up in the same title. No, it's still up on Pornhub. You just proved that to me. Thank you. You just made me feel smarter.
Once it's on the internet, it's not going to be off of the internet because somebody can like record their screen and record that video and then just post it somewhere else and post it somewhere else and put it back up. And
if you recorded your screen on a phone of that screen, That's gonna look so bad. I may not even want to care about the Fallout 4 gameplay leak.
Well, you can crop it. Like you can
I
crop
was
out
kidding.
the other advertisements, or you could not crop them out.
Oh man, scientists discover. Nope, never mind. All right, good. So we're staying family friendly here in this podcast, right, Yeti?
Totally.
Let's talk about children and niceness and rainbows.
After talking about Fallout 4 footage on Pornhub, let's talk about children.
You know what I was trying to get to? I'm trying to say we're back at the playground. We're having fun. We're on the swing sets and the merry-go-rounds and the slides and the everything.
And the fire poles.
I tried to save myself by not going into the subject, Yeti. And then you just decided, screw you, take a shotgun, shoot you in the face. You're dead. I'm going to take over now on this, and everything's going to burn in hell.
That's nailed it.
10 out of 10. Know what? No. 10 out of 11. Not enough footage. Whichever way. But yeah, it was crazy. So, all right. This is something that I want to talk about. My last topic for today. Get ready to pull your pants up because they're great. After talking about Pornhub, why did I say pull your pants? Sorry. My mind is still in the gutter right now. Anyway, let's still talk about it. So, how do you kids like to hear about Half-Life 3? No, it's not confirmed.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna cut that right now. So, Half-Life 3 has a little bit of an interesting thing that I read about today. Actually, two different things. So, according to rumors, and this is only by rumors and by what allegedly was found on several articles I read today. So I can't validate this, but I'm just going to say it for, if this ever is correct in the future, I'm going to tell all you snitches that I'm correct in a video, and I will start doing dances. So just so you know, if that video ever pops up, this is because this was successful. Episode 29, JayCast, remember that. So, anyway, it says here that in Half-Life 3, basically Valve has the storyline done. The gameplay is not done, but the storyline is done. It's completed and it's, ready to be created. However, because, Valve's making millions of dollars a year, so who really gives a care if they made Half-Life 3 behind it? They don't need it for any revenue additionals or anything. So, more or less, their team's down to like 10 people working on the Half-Life 3 project. So, in basic, they don't really have it that it's just gonna all pop up out of nowhere within this next year. However, someone that used to work at Valve Corporation, who quit and was part of this team, said in a statement recently that we had a discussion, the team that is, that they're going to release the game in potential 2017. So. Yeah, wait 2 years, kids. Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Oh my god, I knew it was coming.
So, here's the interesting thing, and I don't know about this for sure, but basically one old worker said, yeah, the story's done. It just has to be scripted and plays into the game and all the blah 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 and tech talk for making the game basically, and then also they have to basically. For launch it in 2017 apparently. So it's talked about that there's several chapters that were in the last game. There's like 5 of them total that will be returning in the next game. The details are still kind of fuzzy, but I wanted to just kind of really reflect on this for a second because like I said, if I'm correct, I'm just going to tell all of you that I am absolutely correct and genius. So just so you know, I may be a genius. Maybe then again, maybe I'm wrong. I guess we'll wait in 2017. Maybe I'll be like the Mayans after you. Maybe I could be. I can't confirm that, but I read that. I forget where I read that from, but
Half-Life 3 troll confirmed.
Half-Life 3 troll confirmed. Yes, but anyway, so I guess we'll find out. Like I said, give it 2 years. If I'm right, I will tell all of you that I'm correct.
And I told you so 2 years later.
And when I have gray hair, because I'll probably get that in 2 years, I will be like, yeah, I told you so. What?
Well, you'll get it in 2 Gabe Newell years.
Gabe Newell. I get it, because it's a long time. So
I see
anyway,
See what you did there.
Gay Ben. Anyway, so thank you guys so much for watching today's podcast, and Mr. Yeti Hyrule, thank you very much for joining me back on another round of JayCast. Isn't that amazing? We're back, and we're back again. Yeti's back.
Back.
Tell a friend. You stole a Hershey's Kiss from that table, didn't you?
What?
You stole something from that table, and
I got a ring, like a.
Ha! We were talking about rings. That's funny. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching today's episode, and thank you very much, Yeti Hyrule, for joining again for our reiteration of season 2, the revamp, the reboot, the restart,
rebirth.
the rebirth, what's another way to say second? The second coming,
The regeneration.
the regeneration,
The rekindling.
the rekindling, the
The revival.
reinventing, the revival, the revolutionary second season of JayCast. So, anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching today, and as always, we will see you beautiful faces later. That's Yeti Hyrule over to my side, and I'm Jay, and we're both wishing you a wonderful day. Do the wave thing.